And last but not least, Grayscale ditches Polkadot for Hedera. Great news for Hedera. Not so much if you're a Polkadot fan, I suppose. I haven't really messed with Polkadot ever. Don't own any, never owned any, never looked into it really. Been a big Hedera fan for a while, so yeah, why don't we dive into this? I think this is kind of interesting. So what are we talking about? We are talking about the Grayscale Smart Contract Fund, which includes Ether, Solana, Cardano, Sui, Avalanche, and now Hedera. Grayscale, the world's largest digital asset-focused investment platform. Pretty sure they spelled focused wrong. I'm not crazy, right? I shouldn't have only one S, right? Anyway, has added HBAR to the Grayscale Smart Contract Fund, currently allocated weighted to Ether at 30%, Solana a little less at 29.8%, Cardano at about 18.5%, Sui at 8.8%, AVAX at 6.67%, and then Hedera. As I say, every quarter we rebalance and update the components of our multi-asset funds, Grayscale DeFi Fund, their smart contract fund, and their decentralized AI fund. So you can read about their updates, but at the end of the day, on 7/3/2025, Grayscale DeFi Fund's components were a basket of the following assets and weightings. This is the DeFi Fund, and I'm not showing the old one though. Yeah, of course, everybody's like, why don't you have my coin in there? Well, because they're not in love with your coin like you are. Like, that's just a fact. So they didn't really talk about it on here, but they did have, it was Polkadot, and they replaced Polkadot. They didn't mention that probably too. Someone asking, where's the HBAR Kraken support listing? We already have that. Yeah, here's the actual smart contract fund, Hedera and Polkadot out. The removal of Polkadot, once seen as an Ethereum killer, should be highlights Grayscale's skepticism toward platforms struggling to scale adoption. In its place, Hedera was added, leveraging its enterprise-grade smart contracts and energy-efficient consensus models. The fund's top holding, ETH, Solana, and Cardano, remain a testament to Grayscale's belief in blue-chip Layer 1 networks. So there you go, DOT was replaced by Hedera, apparently struggling to scale adoption. Like I said, I have not looked into Polkadot whatsoever. And I know Hedera, one of the things they really wanted to focus on is retail this year, because even their enterprise clients, they found really want users. And so even if you're enterprise focused, which blockchains like, and I know, don't get me started on the blockchain thing. We need to catch all ledgers or whatever. HBAR and Algorand are very enterprise focused, I think, but I think both are realizing they need retail as well. Because you don't want to end up like Polkadot. Now, listen, like I said, I'm just going based on this. I've never looked into Polkadot. I've never made any content on Polkadot. It's been just completely off my radar. But very interesting to see that. Now, I think this is really bullish for Hedera. This is like probably one of the more bullish videos that I've made about Hedera. Just tons of good news, and it kind of came naturally. Enough about that. Let's get into this news, and let's start off with this kind of speculative post about maybe there's a new governing council in the works, and this has to do with Kraken and some big news around Kraken. So first off, why don't we take a look at this? And that is top 15 exchange. Kraken will list HBAR on Thursday and the 10th of July. Now that actually surprises me that any major exchange would not already be carrying Hedera when it is, I mean, it's in the top 20 for Christ's sake. I mean, you think it'd be in there. It shocks me, I guess. I mostly use Coinbase to buy, so and I move it around, so I guess I don't pay too much attention to that, but that is very surprising. Some geo restrictions may apply. And here, Coinman, the H Barbarian, big fan of the channel. Personally, I'd love to see a GBP HBAR pair, and then the integration of Hedera ecosystems tokens. And you can see down here they made a little word search there at this week's listing, so you can find a couple other ones. Like let's look what they added. They're adding something called EPT, Real Balance Fund Particle Network. Now, I've never heard of these. And then Hedera, which is like it's already been called a dinosaur coin, and it's not even in, they're first adding it now. That's crazy. I think it's crazy because I haven't heard of any of these other coins. I don't know if you guys have. And then for something like Hedera that's been around forever to just get added, that's kind of strange.